Have you ever stopped to think about what would happen if the very heart of the Lakers, the icon who changed the franchise's destiny, was suddenly at the center of whispers about going home? And what if home wasn't the purple and gold palace in Los Angeles, but the hardwood of another city, one that once crowned him their king? Imagine waking up one morning to find that the face of our current era could be on the brink of closing his Lakers chapter not on his terms, but on the terms of a rival's championship hunger. How would that reshape everything we believe about the next 2 seasons? Would it be the spark for a final run, or the signal that the end is coming faster than we want to admit? Welcome back to Lakers News Fan Report, where we bring you the latest and most exciting Lakers news every single day. Smash that like button, subscribe to Lakers News Fan Report, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Because today's story isn't just another trade rumor. It's a potential franchise earthquake. It's about what could happen if a team with unfinished business in the East decides the only way to rewrite their story is by stealing back the man who once defined theirs. Right now, deep in Cleveland, the Cavaliers are entering what could be the most pivotal year they've had since LeBron James last wore wine and gold. After a 64-win season and a brutal second-round exit, their ownership and front office know the Eastern Conference is cracking wide open. With Tyrese Halliburton out, Jason Tatum likely sidelined, and no juggernaut standing in their way, the Cavs believe 2025-26 is theirs for the taking. But here's the thing. According to at least one NBA executive, if they fail to win it all, their plan B is going to make Lakers Nation's pulse spike, go all in on bringing LeBron back to Cleveland in 2026. Could this mean the Lakers' window with LeBron is officially on a 2-year clock? Is it possible that the entire dynamic between LeBron and the front office, one already described as not great, could push him to finish where it all began? Fans are wondering if this could be the beginning of the last great Lakers LeBron season, the swan song before the league's most iconic player swaps coast one final time. And some insiders believe that the Cavaliers see this as a cheat code, adding LeBron to a core of Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, and Jarrett Allen to instantly tilt the championship odds in their favor. From a pure basketball standpoint, you can see why Cleveland would try. They've built a deep, young rotation that defends, moves the ball, and has star power. But they've also tasted playoff heartbreak, and like every franchise that's been on the brink, they know that sometimes talent isn't enough. That's where LeBron comes in, the finals experience, the leadership in high-pressure moments, the ability to tilt a series with a single performance. At 42 in 2026, some might call it crazy, but it's LeBron. We've learned the hard way to stop betting against him, and here's where it gets even messier for Lakers fans. LeBron's current deal with the Lakers runs out the same summer Cleveland could make their push, unless he retires, which is unlikely. Given his public desire to share the court with Bryce, his future becomes a bidding war between nostalgia and loyalty, between the place he started and the place that gave him his Hollywood chapter. Meanwhile, the Lakers' own plans are evolving. They've got Anthony Davis locked in, they're developing younger talent, and they're eyeing moves that keep them in contention. But every front office has to plan for what happens if the face of the franchise is no longer part of the picture. What makes this so different from other rumors is that this isn't some random fan theory. This is coming from an NBA executive who sees the scenario as not only plausible but logical if the Cavs fall short next season. That puts every Lakers game in a different light. Every injury, every playoff run, every negotiation with the front office could feed into the narrative that LeBron's final chapter isn't in LA. And for a player who's built his legacy on controlling the narrative, that has to weigh on him. Bigger question is how this impacts the Lakers right now. Do they double down on moves to keep him happy and committed? Do they build a roster for the next 2 years with the urgency of a team that knows its timeline is tied to one man's decision? Or do they quietly prepare for life after LeBron while trying to squeeze every last drop of championship contention out of this core? There's no easy answer, and that's why this story has every Lakers fan, and honestly, every NBA fan, watching closely. But what do you think about all of this? Personally, as a Lakers supporter, I believe the front office has to treat this is real and urgent, even if it's still just a possibility. You don't gamble with the face of your franchise, especially when another team with the emotional pull of Cleveland could come calling. I can't wait to read your thoughts in the comments below. If you're as hyped as I am for Lakers News Fan Report, smash that like button, subscribe to Lakers News Fan Report, and turn on notifications so you never miss a moment of the drama in purple and gold. Because if the Cavaliers quiet, calculated, interest in LeBron James is real, the ripple effect on the Lakers' future isn't just a storyline, it's the defining tension of the next 2 seasons. This is where every decision Rob Pelinka makes, every minute of playing time Darvin Ham allocates, every conversation LeBron has with the front office takes on a different weight. Could this mean that the Lakers' entire approach to roster construction between now and the summer of 2026 has to change? Is it possible that the front office starts thinking in terms of a 2-year sprint, maximizing every ounce of production from this core before the king possibly heads home? And if that's the case, how do you build the perfect environment for LeBron to not only chase another title, but to want to stay in Los Angeles instead of rewriting his ending in Cleveland? For starters, you have to surround him with the right balance of veteran savvy and youthful energy. Anthony Davis remains the defensive anchor and the co-star capable of putting up 28 and 12 on any given night. But the question is whether his durability over an 82-game grind and deep playoff run can be counted on. That's why the development of Austin Reeves becomes so critical. His ability to run secondary pick and rolls, create his own shot, and defend multiple positions is the kind of versatility LeBron values. Add Bronny's looming debut into the equation, and you suddenly have a family dynamic layered onto the competitive one. Fans are wondering if the chance to share the court with his son could be the turning point that convinces LeBron to finish in LA. Even if the Cavaliers come knocking dots, some insiders believe that the Lakers could counter any Cleveland temptation by going bold in the next free agency cycle, adding a third star who meshes with LeBron's playmaking and Davis's inside dominance. Names will be thrown around all stars entering the back end of their primes. Shooters who can space the floor, defensive specialists who can take on the toughest assignments. But the common thread will be finding players who help in May and June, not just rack up stats in November. Could that mean targeting someone like a veteran stretch big to ease a D's workload? Or a lockdown wing defender who allows LeBron to conserve energy for crunch time? The Western Conference itself will play a huge role in this chess match. Oklahoma City is rising fast behind Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. The Nuggets are still powered by Nikola Jokic's unselfish brilliance, and the Warriors, aging as they may be, always find a way to make noise when it matters. The margin for error in the West is razor thin, and if the Lakers want to keep LeBron engaged in a long-term vision, they can't afford another first-round exit. Last year's matchups against the Thunder showed just how much a younger, faster team can challenge LA's half-court sets. That's why the Lakers' pace, ball movement, and ability to manufacture easy buckets without overtaxing LeBron will be critical to selling him on staying. Off the court, the chatter is already heating up. Magic Johnson hinted on a local radio spot that if LeBron wins one more in LA, the conversation about leaving might be over. Former teammate JaVale McGee tweeted that everybody talks about homecomings, but winning is the best home there is. And then there are the fan reactions, some clinging to the idea of LeBron retiring in purple and gold, others bracing for an inevitable farewell and the symbolic poetry of him finishing in Cleveland. You can scroll for hours and see debates raging about whether the Lakers should prioritize appeasing LeBron now or preparing for the post-LeBron era. The chemistry between LeBron and a new addition or even just an improved supporting cast will be the subplot to watch. If the front office nails it, you could see LeBron putting up another 2.688 season at age 41, with his efficiency holding steady thanks to a balanced offensive load. But if the pieces don't fit, if the roster feels like it's patched together, without a cohesive vision, that's when the whispers about Cleveland start getting louder. And once that door opens, history tells us LeBron has never been afraid to walk through it if he believes it's the path to another ring. Now, as the season heats up, what will define LA's destiny building the kind of contender that convinces? LeBron to write his final chapter here, or watching the Cavs set the stage for one last royal homecoming? Personally, as a die-hard Lakers supporter, I believe the answer lies in urgency, treating every decision from this point on as if the clock is ticking, because it is. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button, share your thoughts, and subscribe to Lakers News Fan Report so you never miss another explosive update.